to service less children.
Oh, okay.
Because
I see. I
Yeah.
understand.
you can only, in the program, you can only have like, 17.
There's a ratio,
So,
yeah.
Right.
so it's one adult to eight students, and then you have to add another adult into the classroom.
Okay.
And with that young age, the amount of time that they're with seems to be sufficient, and that we were able to service double the amount of
Okay.
students.
Okay. That makes sense.
You said we had 34 slot kids now.
We
If we-
25.
if we get-
25. 34
25
spots.
and 34 slots.
Oh, we have 30, okay. That's what, if we need additional slots, we still have them.
Yes.
Right now, we have some openings in that classroom that we could fill,
Oh, okay.
without having to worry about, getting
Getting more.
into those extra slots that are out there right now.
For clarification, what's the basic difference between GSRP and Head Start?
GSRP is for 4-year-olds, and Head Start is 3 and 4, and GSRP is state funded, Head Start is federal funded.
Okay, because you did mention the family's, funding issues. I was wondering.
Income, yes. That's one of the basic qualifiers. If you're, there's a guideline sheet that we use for poverty guidelines set by the federal government, and if you're above that income guideline and your child is 4, then you would qualify for the GSRP program. If you're below that poverty guideline, then you would qualify for Head Start if your child is 3 or 4.
Okay, with everything we've been hearing about early education these days, I'm just annoyed that we can't bring any student in at any age in that group that wants to come in for either the Head Start or the GSRP. It seems kind of unfair that it's tied to family income.
But the GSRP, Head Start is below the poverty line.
Right.
GSRP is everybody that's
It's above it.
So it'll be.
Right now, with a lot of families facing joblessness and just, the sign of the times with the economics right now, it's just the economy, it's just, a lot of families are struggling, so more and more families are qualifying for Head Start, where in previous years they may have been qualified for GSRP.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Sorry, just one more.
What?
The likelihood that the student that is in Head Start and Great Start stays in the district is pretty high, correct?
Yes, we have, out of our kindergarten classrooms, we can only speak to the GSRP piece because it's the first year that, that's been one program in quite some time. Back when we had ECBC, both programs did stem from ECBC. But I know with the Head Start, we're keeping about 80%. Some of the kids do live in Lincoln because we're able to provide Head Start for kids that live in the Lincoln School District since they don't have a Head Start program. But the majority of our kids do stay with us. And that's what, our recruitment efforts this last year has been, we're all in one building now. We're early childhood appropriate building so that we can offer transition from preschool to kindergarten, kindergarten to first, and lay that solid foundation that we know that our students need.
And I can speak on GSRP, yes. We did retain the majority of the students in that program. When the GSRP program was over at Kaiser and I was the principal of Kaiser Elementary, we did retain most of them. There were a few that, well, I should say they stayed in the district. There were a few that didn't necessarily go to Kaiser because they were in, they resided in one of the other elementary, schools, and then they actually went to that school. So we did retain a very large percent of those students.
We're hoping with our new program, as far as being all in one building, that we retain even more because we have a wonderful staff that are just dedicated to promoting early childhood and providing that solid foundation that our students need.
Thank you.
Thank you. Acceptance of donation, intermediate learning center.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Board of Education accept the donation of $400 from Mrs. Dorothy Stewart to the Intermediate Learning Center. Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Board of Education accept a donation of $400 from Ms. Dorothy Stewart to the Intermediate Learning Center. Like say anything, Ms. Stewart?
This is still part of my husband's birthday.
You tell him once again, we say thank you.
It's nice that he has monthly birthdays.
Thank you, Mrs. Stewart.
Well, no, this was all kind of given a while ago, just to get driven.
Right, right.
Thank you.
Yeah. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. We have a budget update.
So before Dr. Emerson starts, we know that you have been given many budget updates lately on what's going on, but we need to just give you the latest update on not just the budget and the deficit elimination plan, but also cash flow. So this is a shorter version of the long version that you've had in the past.
Risk of sounding overly. I can't help but observe that combining the remarks made by the two previous presenters, it seems to me interesting that the federal government can come up with cut scores when it comes to money to disqualify kids for qualified programs. And yet, when it comes to organizing the curriculum and otherwise standardizing what we do for a living, federal government seems to be impotent. I don't know, maybe that was inappropriate. What do I know about that?
It didn't surprise you though, did it?
So what you say is you like the government, and they're excellent at telling you what you did wrong, but can't tell you how to do it right?
I was just making an observation.
Moving on.
I'm sorry, I get off subject.
Moving on.
I was just going to talk about as Ms. Lozinski congratulated me, this is a short version of the grad school finance program that we really have prepared. At the last regular meeting, the auditors presented the audited version of these numbers. These are in the book. They're at the state, they're on the internet. For the second year in a row, you'll recall that several years before this, back in 2002, you spent more money than you received. The black numbers without the brackets around them indicate that you are spending less than you received. And our beginning fund balance for July 1, 2011, 5 months ago, while still a deficit, only about half of what it was a couple years ago. This is where it was the worst. This is the graph, and this much of the graph is the budget that we adopted on June 30. You will recall that we talked about problems with that budget and with the Standard Accounting Budgeting Act requiring that districts adopt positive cash flows. Even if they have this kind of cash flow, or single year, more money coming in than going out, and therefore a single year operating surplus, if they still have an operating deficit, the deficit for the plan for the next year has to be adopted by the state, and the state has, the Department of Education has to give authority to any budget that doesn't result in a positive ending fund balance at the end of the year. And so what we had to do, because we were still working out some, we recognized that we have some significant challenges in that we knew that our revenue was going to drop significantly, and it did, and it will. That we had some work to do to reduce our spending from there to there. We haven't quite finished that. One of the primary reasons that we want to talk about this publicly is we need to talk very publicly with our unions to solidify the things that we've been talking about all